You know what, actually, guys? I have been enjoying Imperator Rome, and I thought maybe it's time for another Imperator Rome story time. I didn't really know who I wanted to play at first, but I eventually settled on Macedon. Because I'm Greek. Not really. This whole area starts with a giant death war where all the successor states start duking it out, but all I really wanted was Thrace, so I just wanted this green mass added to my country. Who needs Babylon when you have this up here? I could have done this a lot better, but in a way it's kind of a blind playthrough just because I don't know like the metas for anything. But we're having fun. A little tangent of mine, I really do like it when like I don't know anything about a game and I'm just playing it, because I feel like half the fun of a game is trying to figure out the game. I started invading down south because I was invited to a whole bunch of wars down here. The best part about having allies is they call you into their wars and you just fucking dab on their enemies and take everything. Basically, before you can do a world conquest, you gotta clean up your backyard. And for some reason, this is considered my backyard. He was still holding on to Greek shit, he wouldn't give it up. So I had to go all the way to Cyprus to go and take it from him. And my ally made them my client state. Yeah, you know, I'm just me, so when I want to play Macedon, Rome just vassalizes Epirus. Why did they do that? That was just so mean. Like, that's like something they did because I was playing here. I'm justifying it even though I know that's not true, but it just feels predatory. Despite everything, it was actually going alright. I thought Rome was gonna be more annoying than they actually were. Like, they were annoying, don't get me wrong, but they could have been way worse. Now we had to prepare for our long journey. It's just one tile that we gotta cross, but Rome had like a big fleet going around, and I could probably build a fleet that big. I just didn't want to do the button inputs to build it. Sometimes your laziness is just baked into the cake when you're fighting a war. I had to end the war as fast as I could because, I don't know, I feel like the Romans were going to come and kill me and I was running out of money. I mean, because of my war versus Rome, I feel like I just got lucky. I didn't really want to push my luck there. Even with a mod to fix it, the borders of this game were kind of fucked, but I was doing my best to clean up mine with the Rome kind of out of the way. I'm just a simple little map painter. All I want to do is make pretty pictures with countries' borders. It feels bad to go after your Greek brothers, but you gotta do what you gotta do to achieve world domination. Think about how cool the map will look when all of Greece is blue. We'll all be blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. It takes a little bit to conquer Greece just because there's a lot of guys. We can only conquer so much at one time. My Greek heart grew 20 times this day, just like my border. Not even Sparta and friends were safe from what I was trying to achieve here, because I was trying to create the big blue Greek, and I was gonna get it. Everything looks better blue. Sparta had been tamed, but I couldn't take all of Sparta in one war, but I took most of it. I could have been expanding a lot faster, but I was taking my time, enjoying my life, being a wholesome little Macedonian. But in my wholesome little Macedonian world, there was no Sparta, so I had to get rid of that little tumor. They thought because they were on an island, they would also be safe, but Crete also had to fall to my awesome, cool empire that only cool people could inhabit. So, like, if I decided to conquer them, it's because I thought they're cool enough to kick it. Unfortunately, this conquest would be for nothing because to finish my Macedon tree, I have to release southern Greece as a vassal. Crying right now. There was probably a better way I could have handled that. I just went in blind and didn't read anything. It's called being a gamer, being a pioneer, going into the unknown and not reading. A lesson I learned in Imperator Rome a long time ago is you have to come to Rome before they come to you. But the Limes mod I have on, I swear, makes Rome a lot stronger because they just get a lot of little vassals they swarm you with. So the mod basically buffs Rome, but makes everyone's borders look better. Rome is Rome, and they were gonna overwhelmed me the longer the war went on. So I decided I just needed to take what I can get and back out without losing anything, which is why I only took this here. This era of my country would be the time of war, the time of Rome total war. After expanding my territory a little bit, I could focus my complete attention on Rome. I just basically had to keep fighting them over and over and over until eventually they gave in. I don't know, I kind of felt tired after battling Rome for such a long time, but it had to be done. But not tired enough to let this border gore exist on my border. Rome had a breakaway state that I was going to eat. All of this to secure the Adriatic, by the way. In my time of peace, I decided to do some road building, because that's what we do. We do that infrastructure. And with our infrastructure and borders secure, we can begin the conquest. Gamers, I bring you Persia versus Macedon. This was my wars of LARP. We're battling Greeks LARPing as Persians. Well, we were Greek, so we're just Greeks hanging out, doing what we do best, fighting each other. Like Sparta versus Athens, Persia versus Macedon. We're all Greek. The Hellenistic great power of Persia surrendered a little bit of land to me. This was going to take some time. In my free time, I was LARPing. I'd launch this game every now and then to kind of continue my conquest. It was kind of exhausting, so I just kind of let the AI do it. The AI just has so many units running around, and I have so many units running around. I just let the game sort it out. And it actually does a pretty good job, surprisingly. This was my age of LARP. All we had to do was conquer all the way to India to get our formable. And by golly, I was gonna attempt it. But before I could fully commit, the ankle-biting wolf of Rome attacked me again. What the fuck is this guy's problem, I was thinking. Like, they're not gonna win. I don't know why they kept doing this shit. Like, I guess I will take all your territories. Like, I don't know what they wanted me to do here. Maybe they just wanted me to put them out of their misery. But I was not gonna do it. I was gonna let them live. I mean, the Romans gave us so much that I couldn't really kill them. I would just get my little empire, and the Romans were being dragged to my empire with me. We were gonna build a happy family together. Macedonians and Romans. As far as I can see. We were gonna build a Dongon empire. Believe it or not, it was gonna happen. I mean, just look at the levies I was getting. We were crazy. And this was all possible because we deified Mr. Beast, I think. And Mr. Beast, he desired bloodshed. He wanted war. They say that Jimmy Beast was a beast. He was a monster. And God help anyone who was in his way. Not even Armenia could put up a fight against Mr. Beast and his hoplite horde. We were really making progress here. We just had to keep going. You know it's going bad when your enemies start sending literal babies to lead armies. Well, I guess Alexander was pretty young when he was leading armies, so maybe Macedonian babies can lead armies. I mean, God King Mr. Beast was only 40, that's pretty young. Still, we were making steady progress. We were making our way to India. Even doing a little detour in Egypt, just to get the required stuff we needed. Every few years, we just go to war with our enemies to map paint, because we needed to map paint. It was our destiny. The border gore was gonna get ugly before it got pretty. That's all I'm saying. But we were painting something beautiful, something stunning. An empire. The empire of the Beast. I hate to kind of say it. At this point, I was kind of on autopilot. I didn't really care about the country or doing anything. I just wanted my formable. And well, the campaign was coming to an end because we were making our way to India finally. You know, this is all I ever wanted, to restore the big blue empire. Dabba dee, dabba die. Yes, I have a blue house with a blue window. Blue is the color Alexander thought we should wear. We had a fight like we had never fought before, and it was a little overkill. but we were rushing through the front door. I just hope that our enemies understood. I didn't actually want to conquer them. I was just peer pressured into it by my ancestors to do it. I had a truce break to actually get my empire, but I did it. I truce broke, and well, we get our LARP finally. The big LARP. The big Greek. And you know what they say? Big fat Greek wedding, am I right?